Welcome back to the Might Fealty in-depth video series. For 9 videos, I've given you a detailed look at gameplay and features, and in this video I will be speaking about the business model of the game. Because as much fun as making it all is, there are builds and external partners like artists or translators to pay. So Might Fealty has to be commercial if I want to succeed in the long run. Fortunately, I've been hanging around the games industry for many years and have many friends working there. These days, there is a strong trend towards business models like freemium or free-to-play. The basic concept of them all is that you can play the game without paying anything. However, there is stuff that you can and/or have to pay for. You pay either to get stuff faster than you would in-game, saving you the time to grind it, or you pay to get access to features that only paid accounts have. There is a reason that other, less favorable terms have also emerged for this business model: pay to win. Many of these free-to-play games make the pay features so attractive that you cannot compete with other players unless you pay. At all. Like all the good weapons are paid, for example. In many other games, the official line is that you can unlock everything through playing alone, but in reality, the grind is so insane that unless you are addicted and without a job, it just won't happen. There is an inherent dishonesty in these systems, and that is why I reject them. On the one hand, the marketing department is telling the public and potential customers that the game is free. And make no mistake, there is a reason that this precise word, free, is being used and not some other term. But on the other hand, that same department is working hard on ways to make you pay, because they are a business and they want your money. And no matter which way you put it, but telling you it is free while trying to make you spend as much money as possible at the same time does have some dishonesty to it. There is also the pure business aspect. Free-to-play works. That is why the industry is shifting towards it, not because of customer demand. In a successful game, the average amount of money people spend on a free-to-play game is considerably higher than what they would have spent on a box or subscription. That is the second layer of dishonesty. It is actually more expensive on average, even though it suggests the opposite. In today's gaming industry, most large gaming studios have an analysis department that pores over extensive gameplay data to figure out where exactly people are willing to spend their money and what needs to be added to the game to make it so. Or which enemies are too easy and need to be made harder, so players need more paid-for health potions to beat them. Business desires increasingly influence game design. The same is even more true for the other business model, ad-supported. Payment rates for advertisement have become quite abysmal, and putting an unobtrusive banner ad somewhere has long ceased paying for a website. So you have all the obnoxious pop-up, pop-under and overlay ads. Or the pages where more screen space is dedicated to ads than to content. Or the articles artificially distributed over many pages, like image slideshows are very good for this, as are top 10 lists. Just in order to increase the number of ad impressions. Again, business desires influence site design and presentations. For all these reasons, I decided to pick a different business model with Might Fealty. I believe in honesty and transparency, and that people will pay you what your product is worth if you don't play silly games with them. I believe strongly that if I trust you and I'm honest with you, then you will come to trust me and be honest with me. And that is a much more solid foundation for a business relationship. So, I am honest with you. Creating and running Might Fealty costs money. I need to cover these costs and then get some additional revenue in order to pay for future development, new features and other improvements. So playing Might Fealty costs money. The monthly fee will be small, on the order of a few US dollars or euros. You can pick one of several levels depending on how much you play. Higher or more expensive levels don't give you any additional gameplay elements, so there is absolutely no pay-to-win element in this game, nor will there ever be. All players play on the same playing field with all the same toys. But if you want to play 50 characters instead of 5, you also use more of the game resources. This is not a subscription model, because there is no automatic renewal. If you forget about the game, no money will magically vanish from your account. If you stop playing, you stop paying. Simple as that. Again, I know enough about the industry to realize that for some games, forgotten accounts do make up a considerable amount of revenue. You would be surprised about the number of people who stop playing a game but forget to cancel their subscription and don't check their statements regularly and only realize after many months or sometimes years that they are still paying. But that's not the kind of relationship I want to have with my players. There are also a few features that you can buy in addition to playing. I am very strict on these features being purely what is called vanity items. You will never have to buy any of them in order to play the game in any way. At the time I record this video, one feature is planned and one is finished. Both of these are the result of alpha test players requesting them. The one that is planned is the ability to buy a culture pack that you can then apply to any of your settlements, turning them into villages, towns or cities of a specific culture. This will include things like new graphics for buildings and name lists for the random names generators of any soldiers or NPCs recruited from these settlements. The feature that is already finished is a heraldry designer that allows you to create crests based on actual medieval rules of heraldry. These crests were originally made to identify a knight in full plate armor on the battlefield, where you could not see his face. As such, it is important that they are unique, and that is what you pay for. Once you have bought a crest, the game guarantees that nobody else can create the identical crest. You can buy one or many crests and decide which characters use which crest. And one special twist, you can allow your marriage partners to use your crest too. With this, I hope that my thoughts and decisions behind the business model have become transparent. I believe in straightforward, honest relationships between the game designers and the players. And I don't want business desires to influence the game design. Everything I do to the game should be driven by the desire to make it a better game alone. In the next video, I will talk about what others can do to and with the game and what that makes possible. Thank you for listening.